An offer you don't make is an offer they cannot take. One of the biggest, I think, biggest failures in life is you have something that is very special, right? Your expertise, what you know, what you love, you can solve problems, you have a solution, you can help people, you can transfer skill, you have strengths, you have something so unique and so special. You have a gift, you have superpowers, right? And I think the biggest failure is not creating the offer, and the biggest failure in life, I believe, is not making offers, right? Selling your offer. And you say, I believe that if you, every day people don't wake up thinking they're going to buy something, right? Herman, my friend Herman over there, is not going to wake up like, I think I'm going to go buy something today. No. Why do people buy stuff? We buy stuff because we are trying to solve a problem. Let me make it a point. If you go out today and you go buy, let's say, a shirt, and you're single, we'll just talk about you're single, okay? You go buy a nice blouse, or a guy goes buy a nice shirt, nice pants. What is he or she really, why did they even go buy other than they want nice clothes and all this stuff? Yes. But really what they're doing is they're solving a loneliness problem, right? They want to buy a nice shirt so that they can get into a relationship, so they can dress better, so they can, not because they just want to look better, they're lonely. They're solving a loneliness problem. If Harmon over here goes out and buys a hamburger, what's he doing? He's solving a hunger problem. Does that make sense? Nobody really wakes up thinking, I'm going to buy something today, right? They buy because there's a problem that they have that needs to be solved. So that's really what your offer is. Your offer, if you think about it, it's only three parts to it, right? There's the payoff that you actually can help people achieve, right? The result and the transformation. There's a payoff. There's a problem. There's a problem that you actually can solve, right? That they have. Your ideal clients have this problem. Maybe it's whatever, maybe eating less or believing in themselves or making more money or building funnels, whatever that is, right? They have a problem. And then the third is there's a person. There's a person that actually has that problem, right? That's it. If you want to craft your offer, just think of it in those three terms. What's the payoff my offer is actually helping people achieve, but problem I'm really solving? And who's the person that actually needs it, right? Who's the person that actually needs it? And the reason why we talk about make more offers, is because not everybody's going to say yes to you. And that's a truth, right? You are not the right fit for everyone, and everyone is not the right fit for you. So making more offers so that you can continuously get better, right? Okay. So the topic today we're going to talk about is what is your offer, and then where are you making it? Because I also believe that even though you have an amazing offer, sometimes either people don't make enough offers or they make offers at the wrong time, right? They're not either making offers or they're making offers at the wrong time. So let's talk about one of your offers. It could be anything. It could be a low. Actually, I want to talk about your free offer. I also want to talk about your low ticket offer. And I also want to talk about your high ticket offer. And then even we'll talk about your premium value offer, right? So a good example, free offer like mine is, for example, a lead magnet, right? A lead magnet to my 100K book. That's a free offer because people will pay you with their attention first before they pay you with their assets. Write that down. People will pay you with their attention first before they pay you with their assets. Okay. Consumption equals conversion. Okay. Consumption equals conversion. The more they consume, the more they're in your world, the more they will actually convert. More consumption equals more conversions. Okay. So that's my free offer. My low ticket is a course, a self-learned course called our 100K Intensive. So somebody can buy that for $97 and they can watch that course, and that course solves a problem. The problem that it solves is it shows the mechanics, the 7 biggest mistakes that stops experts and entrepreneurs from generating like the top 1%, which is 100K months, right? So that's what that course is. It's a low ticket. So it's an easy decision to buy from me. It's at its price where it's an easy price point, low barrier of entry, and I put such an amazing guarantee on it. And the amazing guarantee is this. it comes with a 10 times better than money back guarantee. What that means is if they buy it and if they watched its entirety, if they feel like it's not worth $1,000, then they can literally request their money back 100%. That's a 10 times better than money back guarantee because I know it's valued way more than that. The content that I deliver, right? So that's my low ticket. My other low ticket is a ticket to my immersion, $497, where people can come and spend two full days with me, where we're going to build their business side by side with them, build their offers, their marketing strategy, their sales funnels, their sales strategy, all of that stuff, right? And an immersion, that's $497. Okay, and then I have my high ticket offer, which is a community offer, a coaching community offer for $10,000, right? Where people get coaching from me every week. Okay, that's my high ticket, and then my premium value offer is my $50,000 offer and our $100,000 offer. That's our premium value. $50,000 offer. We're going to show you how to build your business, coach you on your business, and coach you on how to build your business with VAs, right? Your team, right? To leverage your team. And our $100,000 offer is you get some one-on-one time with it and for immersive events, right? So that's our premium value. So that's what I want to talk about. And before I look at your offer, I'm going to walk you through where I make my offers as well. So my free offer is inside of a funnel. I drive traffic to it, right? That's where I make my offer. They come opt-in inside of a funnel. Now, if you don't have a funnel or aren't ready for a funnel, there's a lot of different ways you could put your lead magnets to give away for free. You could put it on some software as simple as like Linktree, right? You can create a Linktree and put it there. You can create a group and like a Facebook group and put it there as well, right? Because they can, when they log into a Facebook group, like for example, one of my clients 3 years ago, he came to me as a fitness coach and he financially didn't have the resources to build a funnel, right? So what do? He wants to put this lead magnet, which is at that time, it was a course and it's a pre-recorded course. And he didn't have the monetary yet at that time to actually build a funnel and all that stuff. So what I did was I had him build a group and I had him literally put his course, the mini course that he gave away as a lead magnet right on inside of his group. So when you join his group, they were able to watch his course immediately. It was pinned to top, right? And then his course, after they watch his course, the call to action is for them to book a call with him, right? To book a call with them. So he's a health coach, fitness, all that stuff, okay? So that's where I make my free offer. My low ticket, my $97 course, when they come get my lead magnet, I have a master class that they can watch. So once you get my book, there's a video that I introduce that people can watch immediately on demand. So they watch that course, that little mini course. It's about an hour long. And then after they watch the 100K master class, I make them an offer to buy my 100K intensive. It's a $97. So inside my funnel. So that's automated selling, right? I'm not doing any one-on-one selling. And then after they watch the 100K intensive, I make them a ticket. I sell them a ticket to my immersion to come spend two days with me live, right? So that's also automated selling as well. That's where I make that offer. And then when they come to my immersion, right? When they come to my immersion live, that's where I make my high ticket offer and I make that live, right? That's where I make my $10,000 offer. Okay. And then for those who have interest in growing their business with the VAs, they need to know how to actually run their business and grow their company. And they want to leverage AI. They want to leverage VAs and are interested in my $50,000 and my $100,000 offer. Then they fill out an application and I book a call with them to do a one-on-one selling then. Make sense? So that's where I make my offers. Okay. So the first two offers that I make, my 97, 497, that's all automated. It's done inside of a sales funnel. My 100K, I do it live of my 2-day immersion. So now let's talk about yours. Whatever offer you want. You can talk about your low ticket, you can talk about your high ticket, and we'll talk about that. What's in it? What's the payoff? What's the problem solved? Who should be buying it? And then most importantly, we'll see where you're actually making that offer. So Susan, go ahead.
Hi there. I just got out of a 3-day super intensive training. So my brain is all over the place.
Good. What was the training on? So I understand.
It was Darren Hardy building business mastery.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
So my high ticket offer has been focused on helping women when shift happens, those things that keep you awake at night or distract you during the day. And
Okay.
it's been a 5K for a 6 module course plus VIP one-on-one coaching and group coaching.
Okay.
And I'm shifting gears,
Okay.
focusing after being through this conference. I weave leadership into the training, and I'm finding that more and more women need the leadership.
Okay. So you're adding, so in that particular offer, you're adding more value. It seems like you're adding more pieces, right? More processes into it. Okay, good. So tell me what the payoff is. I want to know. I want to clearly understand if I'm your ideal client, I buy this. That's the payoff.
The payoff is really getting clarity on who they are. Once they're clear on who they are and who they are not, then that's where they set the boundaries. Too often women don't have clear boundaries and end up being voluntold to do different things and not standing up for who they are. So that's the first process. Once they have that clarity and can set boundaries, then they can really get into that self-belief and look for opportunities and help them navigate obstacles as well as heal from some of the things they've been through previously.
Okay. Okay. So boundaries is the process you help them with, right? Creating boundaries. I get that. I like the second payoff where you talked about believing in themselves. Let's just be very, very clear. Like I don't want you to say, I'm helping them focus on their self-belief. No, like with absolute certainty, I want you to say, I help women believe in themselves.
Yep.
Right? When you buy this, if you are not believing in yourself right now, you have any self-doubt, you have any self-sabotaging of yourself because you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe that you can have the right relationship, you don't believe you can live your most amazing life, you don't believe that you can make the money or grow the business, whatever that is, I help you believe in yourself, period. That's the payoff, right?
Absolutely.
Does that make sense? Okay? Because remember, people buy from people, uncertain people buy from people who are certain. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for people who are certain. I am certain that I can help people get 100K months. 100%. Why? Because I'm doing it. As a matter of fact, I've been doing it for the last 54 months. As you just looked at, I thought it was like 38 months, but it's really 54 months. I'm like, oh my God, honey, we've been 54 months. We just hit $10 million in May. We're going to finish with 14 million at the end of this year. So we are definitely equipped, right, to teach people how to do this. Absolute certainty, right? That's why everything for me, it's the playbook for 100K months, 100K intensive, 100K S class, 100K immersion, because I'm living it. So I have absolute certainty. The payoff is if you want the strategies, that both the mechanics and the mindset to get to 100K months, I am your guy. I am your guy, right? So you got to have absolute certainty of that. So believe. What else? I help women believe in themselves. Okay, good.
Help them believe in themselves. The program that I've been working on.
Oh, sorry, Susan. So can I correct one thing? I deeply apologize. I deeply apologize.
No, that's fine.
I want you to not say I help.
I get
Because when you say that, it's almost like you're helping helpless people. No, I show women how to believe in themselves. I show women how to believe in themselves. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I guide. I show. That's great. Okay. What else?
So the bounce into sync is the framework, synchronizing with their values, getting them in alignment, yielding to authentic transformations, navigating obstacles, and creating a new chapter with accountability.
Yes. Okay. Good. So I also same thing. I show women or guide women how to live authentically, how to be authentic. I get it. Unapologetically authentic, right?
Absolutely.
To be exactly who you are. Okay. So believe in yourselves, authentic. I love that. What else? Is there anything else?
Navigating obstacles.
Navigating obstacles. Okay. What does navigating obstacles mean? Making decisions, approach, overcome obstacles, like breakthrough, like mean, be like be confident, right?
Mhm.
Be confident, force to break through anything and to handle anything. Is that what it is? Is that what I mean by overcome obstacles?
In part, a lot of the people that I work with have had horrific, ugly obstacles. So it's growing past those obstacles.
Okay. Well, okay. So it looks like the key word there is confident. Be more confident to deal, to overcome, to handle, to say, you know what, I got this, right? I can handle this. So I love those three things already: believing in themselves, being authentic, and living authentic, right? So believing in yourself. I show women how to believe in themselves. I show I guide women to show women how to live authentic, and I show them how to be confident. Right? That's your payoff.
That's the payoff. And the last one is committing to accountability.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the payoff. That's the transformation that my clients are getting.
Yeah. And accountability to self is really just trusting self, isn't it?
It is. I've also created an AI agent that goes along with my program to have me in their pocket at all times.
Awesome.
That, it's all been set up for 90-day sprints.
Awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. And is that so it's part of that offer to get that. So are you also shifting the price in which you sell that at?
That's what I need to do. And that's in part what I need help with. I need to reach more people, make more offers. I know, looking at the results, what I'm getting with women is amazing. And I think by adding the AI agent along with it, it is a game changer.
Okay. So it's definitely an irresistible offer. So what is the price point that you want to sell this for then? Or you should. And what's your limiting belief from selling at that price?
What I had been selling things before the AI agent was $5K.
5K. And what's the deliverables? What's the time frame? Is that a year-long program? What is it?
The course is forever. They can have access to the course forever. It had been 3 months, every other week, coaching as well as one-on-ones. What I'm wanting to do is lengthen it. So maybe we do 2 hours once a month plus one-on-one coaching. So we do it over 6 months. I'm brainstorming. I'm wanting advice because I really need to. After being at this 3-day conference, I realized that I'm undercharging and not making as many offers as I need to, and that people really need a 6-month to year-long guide where they're at.
And people don't buy what you offer, Susan. People buy who you are. Right? People don't buy what you offer, people buy who you are. Your level of certainty in yourself and what you charge is essentially what determine the conversion, right? And this obviously starts with you. Whether it's $100,000 offer or $10,000 offer, to me, it's the same, right? It's a level of certainty that you actually have to actually charge that price. It's not even the stuff that you put in your offer. A lot of people think, well, if I'm gonna charge 10,000, 15, 25,000, 100,000, I need to put more into my offer. No, you don't need to put more in your offer, right? You need to put exactly what's needed to help them get the payoff. You don't really determine the value of what it is for them to say, if I believed in myself, if I lived more authentic, if I am more confident, that could be worth $1 million to them, right? It could be worth 10,000, 25. It's whatever that is. They determine really your job is to really show them that when they are more, they're living more authentic, they are believing themselves, they are more confident. What actually happens? What happens to them? They make more money, right? They have a better relationship. They actually find the love of their life. They actually are living their very best life. They're more happier. They're more fulfilled. They're making, they have a better career, a better business, growing business. All of that stuff happens when those three things. So what's the price? What's the price are they willing to pay to make that to get that result so they can achieve that transformation, right? And then you have to bring absolute certainty. Say, this is the price I'm selling it for. That's my floor, right? That's my floor. This is my value. I'm going to make what I am worth as a coach to them, and this is my offer. And that's a cool part about making more offers is you disconnect or you detach yourself from the result. You continue, you keep going. You get more people into your top of funnel. You get more people to come to your lead magnets. You get more people to come to your challenge, your webinars, wherever, book a call, wherever you're doing it to hear this offer. And you continue to make more offers, right? That's it. So let me ask you this question. Do you have any issues right now in terms of, because we want to remove everything that could subconsciously, all right, unconsciously affect your guys' conversions. I believe that if you don't like how you're fulfilling, your fulfillment is part of your offer, even though you're making the offer, the energy's off 100%. I'll give you my example. So my very first 2 Comma Club Award company, right? I grew our very first online business to $1.2 million the first year, right, in 2021. And I won my very first 2 Comma Award, right, from ClickFunnels. I walked the stage at Funnel Hacking Live. I was happy that I got the award, but as I was walking through the stage, I realized that I was not in love with my business. I was not in love with what I was doing anymore, even though I was an expert at it. I was an expert on funnels, right? And I love funnels, sales funnels, webinar funnels, every type of funnel you could possibly imagine. I bought into the story of what Russell, one of my coaches taught me was every business needs a funnel. So I'm all in. I love funnels, but I did not love it. I did not love building funnels for people anymore. Make sense? Right. I did not love the project management side of it. I did not love, chasing clients for stuff, right? So that my team could build. I wasn't physically building the funnels. I have a team to do it, but I just did not like managing the project. I did not like the delays. I did not like chasing clients for their photos and videos and all that stuff. But there was a part that I did love. The part that I did love the most was coaching them, right? On my sales calls, when I hopped on my sales calls and asked them about what their offer is, what are they selling? Why are they selling it? Where they're making their offer, right? When are they making their offer? How are they doing? So I lit up. I was so my energy was so high, and I absolutely loved the coaching side, the strategy side. But then when I made my offer to build their funnel for them, I saw my energy drop through the floor because even though I made the offer, I just knew that if they said yes to me, they said yes to something that I actually hate doing. So in all reality, it wasn't that I hate selling. I just actually hated what I was selling. Does that make sense? Right? Mm-hmm. So your deliverables, it has to align. It has to align with no, I'm in when I hop on these monthly coaching calls with you guys. This is part, right? Phyllis made she included this as part of as a client for a community. I love it, right? I have I look forward to it. And then when my clients like Rebecca, for example, who's getting coaching from me, when I hop on my Tuesday calls, I love it, right? That's what I love. And if I did not, and if I made my offer, she would know, all my clients would know that I'm not in love with how my deliverables, my fulfillment, right? So in your offer itself, so it's so important beyond the price, beyond the payoff, the problem, the person that's buying it is you. Do you like doing those things, right?
So those would be the main channels, but it's been referrals. Referrals have been my big thing, but I've got to ask people for more referrals, but not saying the word referral, but saying the word introduction. At least that's what I've learned the last few days.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we start talking traffic and getting referrals and whatever you're going to do for traffic, which we will talk about, I'm going to talk about that. Your guys' bonus today is we're going to talk about traffic. But before traffic, I have a rule: don't send traffic to some place that sucks. And immersion equals conversion. So write that down. Immersion equals conversion. So if you want to continue doing one-on-one calls, which is fine, I still believe that if you're going to do that, I just heard you say you're also working somewhere as well, right? Obviously limit your time and honestly, it's not scalable. I would shift to more of a one-to-many model. 5-day challenge, for example, right? You can do a 5-day challenge, Monday through Friday, an hour a day, right? With general admission. Also sell a ticket to your challenge. Don't make it free, because those who pay attention. And then on top of the general admission, you could do VIP. You could sell VIP tickets. So for example, like our 5-day
Dream Life, Dream Business Challenge
is a $97 challenge. General admission comes from 12 to 1. That's the time. 12 to 1 every day, Monday through Friday. VIP is $297. VIP comes an hour before. So the VIP comes from 11 to 12. So they get an hour of our time extra to ask questions, to do deep dives, things like that, an hour before the general admission. So that when this way the general admission comes in, they already see people already at the challenge already asking questions. We let them in about 5 or 10 minutes before, so they actually get to see the engagement, and creates a little Jones effect, creates a little FOMO for them to maybe upgrade to VIP, right, during the challenge, things like that. So that alone, to immerse with you for 5 days over 1 hour a day, or if they're VIPs, 2 hours a day, that at the end, you then make your $10,000 offer. And have you ever made an offer? Have you ever done one-to-many at all, like webinars or anything like that? Or has it all been one-to-one?
I have done webinars. I've done, group Zoom calls, things like that.
Okay, perfect.
I've done a lot of masterminds.
And during these, have you made your offer? Have you made offers during either your masterminds or webinars, things like that?
It's usually book a call, but I need to.
Okay, it's usually book a call. Perfect. Even when you make a book a call offer, so you're on this webinar, you're on this mastermind, and your offer is, hey, book a call. Even that one, because the call I assume is free, even though you're giving a free book a call offer, do you still feel like uncomfortable making that offer? Do you still feel like, do people really want to hear this offer? Do people really want to book a call? Do you feel that way? Would you actually make that offer?
I just need to make the damn offer.
Now, the reason why I asked you that is this. I'm going to give you a strategy, give you all you guys a strategy to make better offers, right? Not just make more offers, but make better offers. Whether you decide to do, like I do 2 methods. Where I make my offer is I make it during a 2-day immersion. And then the other place where I make my offer is during our 5-day challenge. But I do not make offers to the entire audience. Okay? I don't make this like, well, wait, I thought you said make more offers. Yes, but I also want you to make better offers and want you to do a different method in making your offers. During your 5-day challenge or your immersion, you have an application process where you say, if you want to hear the offer, right after, for example, our
Dream Life, Dream Business Challenge.
On the very first day, we promise them that we're going to train them all 5 days. You're going to get training. This is not a training disguised as a sales pitch. We're not going to sell you anything. That's what we say on the very first day when they come in. That's one of the announcements. They're like, oh, now their wall drops, right? They're like, oh, this is amazing. Like, they're really legitimately going to train us and not try to sell us. This is not disguised as a sales pitch. And then the next announcement we say is on Wednesday, after working with us after being trained with us for the 3 days, on Wednesday, my team is going to share a link. And in that link is an application if you want to learn more about how to work with us. If you believe that you want to go deeper with us, you need the coaching. On Wednesday, we're going to put a link. And on Thursday, my team's going to give the link. And then on Friday morning, we're going to close it off, give the link at the start of the challenge on day 5, because after day 5, after we run the challenge, everybody will leave because everybody gets a training. We promise you that. And then for those who fill out the application, we will take you to a different room, a different Zoom room, and then we will share with you our offer then. We will only share our offer to people who have applied and want to hear our offer. So this way you keep your promise of training. It doesn't feel yucky like you're training them, but that you're really trying to sell them. You're not trying to sell anybody. You're only making an offer to people who actually want to hear it. And here's what it does for you. When you send people away from your challenge, like we do, we go into the different Zoom room and we go and we spend time with only people who want to hear the offer. That totally changes the energy of your energy and theirs, because they actually want to hear it. And you show up like Wonder Woman, Superman, because you're like, these people actually want to hear it. They actually want to hear, they're interested in hearing what I have to offer. So your confidence goes through the roof because you're actually making an offer to the people who actually are interested. Does that make sense? Yeah. So not everybody gets to hear your offer. So that is a method that will help you sell. So if you guys have any resistance to selling, that's one of the best ways of doing it, because now you're actually only in front of people who actually make your offer, that actually apply to hear your offer. Okay. Yeah. So for you, I love your offer. I love it. It definitely is a 10K offer. Everything that you got in it. If you want to put more stuff in it, cool. I love the payoff. We got that out of the way. Belief, right? Authenticity and confidence. Love that. And right now, you just need to make a decision whether you're going to deliver value in a challenge, a 3-day, 5-day challenge, or an immersion, or even, a long master class, 2-3 hour, 4-hour immersive type master class, and then make your offer. If it's a $10,000 offer, you definitely don't want to choose a webinar, because webinar, realistically, if you're selling a lower ticket or a mid-ticket offer, then you can even up to a $5,000 offer, because I've done it. I've sold $5,000 offers on webinars for the longest time, so I know they work. But I think if you're going to go past 5,000, they need more time with you. They need more immersion with you. That's the only thing. So for you, if you're going to sell 10,000, I would choose either a challenge or some type of immersive experience. Minimum, I believe, 4 hours with them for you to help them transform and get results and things like that. They just need more time with you in order for you to make that type of an offer. So before we talk about traffic, I want to open it up for anybody else who wants to talk about their offer and where. And Susan, hopefully, is there any resistance to the one-to-many model and either choosing a challenge or an immersion, any type of boot camps, any resistance to that?
No, it's just logistics. And I'm hoping I can get a VA or somebody that'll help me with that process. Absolutely.
Well, now it's easy for you to find a VA because you have the clarity now. I know that one of the biggest issues that business owners have, I had, a lot of our clients have, is that if you don't have the clarity, then it's confusion. And if it's confusion, you bring on a team, doesn't matter if it's 1 person, 2 person, 3 people, it doesn't matter. You have no clarity for the team and it's going to get very confusing. And that's why the hesitation of hiring one or hiring the right one. At least now, by hopping on this call, you got the clarity. You just need to decide now, I'm going to run a 5-day challenge, 3-day challenge, an immersion, schedule it. That's the cool part, right? And don't just talk about it, schedule it, actually put it on the calendar. I'm not doing this on my computer, so I can't show you, but I literally have my immersions, my challenge already blocked off for the entire year next year already.
Wow.
I have them in my calendar already, and I schedule my travels and everything all based on that calendar. I'm doing a 5-day challenge every 3 weeks, an immersion every 3 weeks to 4 weeks as well. So I have it already mapped out and scheduled on my calendar. That's what I would do. Schedule it. Then becomes real. Once you schedule it, it becomes real. And then you can find that BA and say, I need a funnel so people can register and buy a ticket to my challenge or my immersion or whatever you choose. And these are the dates. These are the times. I'm ready to go. And then you create content, right? You drive traffic to it.
Thank you. Can I get a copy of this? Can I listen to this later?
Of course. Most definitely. Where do they get? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
To post this, boss, the Freedom Book Chat at the end of the day. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. And yes, Rebecca, I can't wait. They're still trying to find a VA for me. I know.
Like they haven't found the right fit for you? Is that what's happening?
Well, I'll talk with them today to find.
I think with this call, you got the clarity. I think you definitely need a funnel builder right away. Somebody who can have the tech side of it done for you, right? Build the funnel, build the order form page for them to buy a ticket to your immersion or challenge, right? All of that stuff. Maybe even create your group, anything like that. Your calendar, all your tech stuff that you're talking about. That's it. Just be very clear now that you know.
Cease, can I speak into that?
Yeah, please.
I had just a kick butt experience with the Phyllis Song Company. So I'm a total raving fan. And here's why. Isa, who is my talent manager, she was able to pare it down to say you need an EA. So it's somebody who kind of knows a little bit of everything and is willing to kind of take the risk and step out. And if they don't know, they'll find out. And that was the key for me is there's one question on the application that's like, do you want somebody who's going to come to you or try to find out the answer first? And I'm like, please go try to find out the answer, and those two things. The other thing that I did that was extremely helpful is when they presented candidates, I got a second set of eyes that know me and like how I roll. And they looked at the candidates for me and they're like, I think that one will jive with you. And I'm telling you, I have the best EA. And so if she builds funnels, she also talks to people in the DMs. She comments on posts. Like there's nothing this lady can't do. So I think in EA, that's like a superhero. I told her, I wish I could clone you. And just like one of you for everybody, so to say, because I've been talking to people, basically, I want to get more people to get VAs through Phyllis. Like, I really feel strong about that because I've hired all the wrong people in the past. And when I talk to people, they're like, my gosh, I don't know what to hire for first, and Phyllis did send me it's a list, your first 5 VAs and what order to hire them. But Cisa's so right. The funnel builder, if they know how to word that stuff and you can give them a structure for it, they'll like fly on that. They really will. So I don't know if that helps, but Yeah, if you want to chat, I'd be happy to help you to like think that through of like, oh my gosh, where am I at?
I'd love that. I'd love that. Absolutely. If you can get me your contact info or put it in the chat, I'd help you.
Absolutely.
Are you on Go High Level or what are you on? I'm moving everything to Go High Level, and that's been part of the challenge.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of VAs that know Go High Level. Thank God, because when I could do better.
Thank you.
Yes, I'd be happy to help you.
Thank you.
Awesomeness. Yeah, but I think your decision to say, I am going to run a challenge, an immersion, here are the date, at least schedule the at least 3 months out. I think it's so important for you to do because then now you actually have a clear goal outcome of what you want to achieve. So when you talk to the team, your talent manager about your VA and with Rebecca's help, then you could say, okay, here's what I need the VA to do because here's what I have clarity of what I want to do now. I want to sell my $10,000 offer during my challenge, and these are my challenge dates, and these are my challenge time, and this is what I want to charge for the challenge. All right, anybody else want to talk about your offer? And before that, I want you to write this down. 5 very simple steps, right? Find you. Second step is know you. Third step is like you. Fourth step is want you. And then the fifth step is trust you. So when we talk about using Susan as an example, where I'm coaching her on how to sell her $10,000 offer and where to sell it. Well, the reason why I'm saying immersion equals conversion is because the immersion, whether it's a 5-day challenge, 3-day challenge, or, like a 1-day or 2-day boot camp immersion style, this is what's needed to build trust. So we're working backwards here, trust you. So because if they trust you, they're going to deeper connection with you. They're going to say yes to your $10,000 offer. If they don't trust you, they're going to cancel. They're not going to buy it. Simple as that. But before they come to your challenge, before they buy the $10,000 offer, you got to get them to come to your challenge. We got to get them to want you. So how do we get them to want you, to actually buy a ticket to the challenge? Is we got to get them to like you. Because again, people buy essentially, especially a low ticket, like a $97, people buy from they got to at least like you to buy you. Because if they like you, then they'll listen to you. And they listen to you, they'll want to buy from you, right? Your first offer. I believe that before you sell your challenge ticket or your immersion ticket, I am just a huge fan of recording a VSL, a video sales letter, a video, and let the video be the thing that sells your ticket. Because the video itself is designed to do only 2 things. It's designed to push away people who are not your ideal clients, and it's designed to pull in those who are your ideal clients. On purpose. When you record your VSL, that is what you do. It is designed to tell people who should not buy, who shouldn't be at your challenge, who shouldn't be at your immersions, who shouldn't book a call, that's your thing. And then it also should tell who should. And then you explain if they come to the challenge, again, this is the payoff. I'm going to show you how to believe in yourself, to live authentically, and to be confident. And if you don't believe in yourself, you're not as confident as you want to be, you're not living your life authentically, then this is for you. So buy a ticket to my challenge. That VSL will be very helpful because then it will get the right person in the right room with you. Okay. That's how you get people to like you and want to buy from you. Now, how do you get people to know you is one of 2 things. You can create a group and drive traffic and invite people to your group first, or you can create a lead magnet, some type of PDF, or if you have a digital book or something, you can give away for them, even a video course to warm up that audience, to drive that cold traffic too. You can give a lead magnet like that. So that's how you get people to know you. And then after you get all that set up, then it's your job to get people to see you. Because again, there's already, in terms of traffic, if you really think about it, there are people already buying. They just need to know that you exist. They haven't found you yet. So set that up. Either send them to a group first or a lead magnet, and then send them to that VSL. We'll let them watch that and let the VSL, especially if you have some resistance in selling, great. Then automate your sales process. Let the VSL be the thing that sells the ticket for you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Even more clarity. That's awesome. Who's got questions? Anything about your offer? Where you're making your offer?
Hey, Cece, I had one question for you.
Yeah.
So we totally revamped my offer on Tuesday, which I'm super excited about because it actually aligns. And so I'm going to offer it tonight at the webinar. That feels like I'm super proud of myself because I'm like, okay, messy action is better than inaction, because I'm like, I need to redo landing pages. And all the dominoes start hitting. And I'm like, okay, we can do this. So I'm just going to get on and do it. But then one of my questions that came up is now, what would I then charge for one-on-one if I'm doing this? So I'm setting a goal in my VAs of getting 20 people into that community coaching offer. And that'll give me my 100K that we're going for. I do love just at least having maybe 2 clients in that are one-on-one that I I love that deep dive kind of thing that I would set up if I didn't have it. So what would I then charge for like my just couple one-on-one clients that would be appropriate?
That'd be appropriate. Is it kind of like an a la carte thing, or you want to actually make it into like a program?
There's so many things I'm actually doing. Like I have a couple of business building clients. I have a couple of that are really inner healing kind of level. Mostly though is my Peak Trail program. And so there's 12, I guess, lessons or focuses that I can bring people through. So we're making that a 1-year thing with group. And I could make it something with the one-on-one. That's where I've gone the deepest with people.
Okay. So our 50K offer is they get a Tuesday call and a Wednesday call, and they get 10 VAs with that. Like we literally find 10 VAs for them to 10. They may not need all 10. In that package, we give them 10 VAs, up to 10 VAs. And the coaching on Tuesday is all about business tactics, strategies like this. And then on Tuesday, it's all about VAs. What VA to hire, who to hire, all of that stuff, how to manage them, how to coach them, how to communicate with them, how to get the best result from your team. It's all about teamwork and leverage. All of that stuff. AI, our $50,000 offer. Our $100,000 offer is the same offer. The only thing difference is they get 4 events. They get 4 immersive events that we're doing. Once a quarter, we're doing a business building. It's really all about leveraging an AI and changes in the world and marketing, sales, business strategies, all that stuff. So they get 4 immersive events, and they get 8 hours of one-on-one time that they choose how they allocate it through the year. Right? So they can book an hour call, and now they have 7 hours left to do a VIP day with that $100,000 offer. So you can do something like that. So your group call or your group coaching that you're going to sell, I think it's 5,000, right? Or you're doing. So you can increase the price of another offer, maybe 25,000, 30,000, include one-on-one time on there, give like a time frame, right? 8 hours, 10 hours, and they can use that throughout the year however they want. They could do blocks of 30 minutes if you want to, or, whatever hour, whatever minimal, you could set minimums. So that's what I would do, and just make it part of an offer instead of a la carting it.
So curious, just so I can do fast math whenever I want. What would you say would be a good hourly rate for the level that I'm at? 12 hours, 6 hours, make.
I think your group coaching is 5,000. Quite honestly, I think your VIP, we'll call it your premium value right now, or your VIP, give it a name. I think it's at least $25,000, Rebecca. And I think you can include 8 to 10 hours in there that they can just choose to book it however they want for the whole year.
Okay, that's easy. Thank you.
And, and the cool part is, here's the strategy behind what you're selling as well. During your webinars, you literally talk about your 2 offers, right? You talk about your $25,000 offer, and then you say words like, but that's not an offer that I'm going to be making for you guys. Right? They're like, why don't I get that offer, right? But that's not the offer I'm gonna share with you guys here, right? So, and then you just kind of brush it off. They're like, but in the back of their mind, like, why? Why would she not offer that to me? Make sense? Why? And then you make your $5,000 offer, and then they buy that. But in the back of their mind, like, what? Why would she not buy that? Someone might even ask you, like, hey, I want to actually know more about the $25,000 offer. Can you tell me more about that? Because that's what I do. I have this $100,000 offer, but that's not the offer, like in our challenge. But that's not the offer that we're going to talk to you guys about today. What we're going to share with you guys is our $50,000 offer. They're like, why would you not share that $100,000 offer with me?
You did that to me, please.
And then they buy the 5,000. And here's the part that I want to make sure that you guys don't miss, okay, as a strategy. They buy your 5,000. Obviously, you built in some fulfillment, right? Deliverables, right? Fulfillment is fulfillment, yes, but don't forget that fulfillment, if you do it right, also is a way for you to position yourself to upsell them. So I'll use a great example. The simplest example is my friend Richmond Din, who's right here with us at ClickFunnels right now. We're at our Inner Circle meeting. So his first offer that people buy, and he also automated the sales as well now, right? The first 6 months, he ran a 3-hour masterclass. He ran it pretty much every other week. He drove traffic to this masterclass. The people register, they show up, he delivers value for 3 hours. It's a 3-hour masterclass, and then he makes $1,200 offer right now, or $1,500. Yeah, he started at $1,000 first. So he sold a $1,000 offer. And then he got to the point where he reached a conversion level that he really liked. And then he says, okay, now I'm going to stop running it live. I'm going to put this inside of a webinar fuel. I think it's Stealth Webinar is what he uses. So now he drives traffic to Stealth Webinar. And when people register, they can watch the webinar right away. But the software itself treats it like it's almost like it's a live webinar, but it's not. Make sense? So they're watching this webinar, and he makes the offer. He makes the same offer. but he's not making it. It's record, right? For him, some people don't know it's record. Same offer, they buy that. But what they get, you're thinking, you're like, wait, why would he give so much value? I think it is $1,200 right now. So $1,200, this is all what they get. They get a welcome call right away. It's a group welcome call, not a one-on call. So when they buy it every Monday, his team does a welcome call for everybody who bought. The second thing they get is 4 weeks later, they also get a checkup call. They do a call, like again, group call to check up, see how people are doing. Because what they're buying is a course, right? It's a course, okay? So they do a checkup call. The third thing they get is they get a ticket, a shadow seat ticket to one of his challenges, where he runs this framework called a tiny challenge, where during the tiny challenge, he's actually coaching just one person. He brings a person, puts them in a hot seat, and he coaches them throughout the challenge, all 5 days, just this one person. And then all those other people get shadow seats. They get to watch him coach this person. They get a ticket for that. They also get a ticket to one of his boot camps, one boot camp. Not he runs 4 boot camps a year, but they only get one boot camp. They get a ticket to that. And then the fifth thing, I can't remember what he gives them, something else. But anyway, it's another touch point. He calls it bridges, right? He calls it bridges. But all those things, you're like, wow, that's so much value for only $1,200. But all those fulfillment, the welcome call, is designed to upsell them from the $1,000 offer to his $30,000 offer. Yes, they do the welcome call, but then they also say, hey, by the way, some of you guys might be interested in this to become a P1. Let me tell you what you get with P1s. And it's $30,000 offer. And he gets some people to upgrade at the welcome call. At the checkup call, same thing. Hey, some of you guys are watching. How's it going? Perfect. Hey, we really believe that some of you guys are ready for P1. Again, they make an offer to P1. When they come to the tiny challenge, he makes an offer to P1. When they come to the boot camp, he makes an offer to P1. Does that make sense? So your fulfillment is also an opportunity for you to upsell, right? Because again, you can grow in business in any economy by first up is getting clients to buy. Second is getting clients to buy more, which is increasing your average transaction. Then third is creating some type of membership or recurring model where you get clients to rebuy. If you built your business offers based on these 3 loops, you're set. You can grow any business in any economy. The first thing is you've got to get clients to buy before you can get them to buy more. Okay. So again, guys, hopefully this has helped. So it's very simple, right? What is your offer? And then where are you making your offer? Depending on your price. Some offers you can make like Richmond does. He runs a 3-hour mass class, sells at first $1,000 offer. Yes, it could be made there because you don't need that much time. But if you're going to do something surpassing $5,000 mark to $10,000, then you need more immersion, right? You need more time with you. Okay. Hopefully this is helpful to everybody.
Thank you. I can't wait to watch the replay. So
thank you. You'll reach out if you guys have any more questions. Yes. Oh, hi.
I'm sure you're really helping. I've been quiet because I've been working behind the scenes and actually fool around with ChatGPT as you're giving the instruction and having it, asking it, what are my current offers to see what it knows. It did a great job on both of my startups, but it's offering one thing that I had stopped offering several months ago, but corrected it on that and then revamped. But this is really helpful. You had extra work I didn't intend on doing today, but it's really been helpful in helping me get my thoughts together and stuff.
Let's go. Great job. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Again, allowing me to be here and do what I love doing. So enjoy the rest of your week.